I managed to use up this gorgeous fall collection from Carta called Fall Break. So let's see what all I made with it. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. I used up this Fall Break collection from Carta, this gorgeous paper. This has become one of my favorite collections. There were patterns, images in here that I really wish I could have just like framed, you know, somehow like preserved forever, which I know there probably was. But anyway, like I love some of the patterns in here that much that I would like to look at them forever. But I decided to enjoy using it. There are some images I did preserve in different ways, and I made several different projects with it. So let's go ahead and see what I made. The first project was 2 rounds of cards using the August 2023 sheetload of card sketch from Call Me Crafty Owl. The collection contained these strips, like a page of scene strips, and I had, in addition to this collection, I had 2 additional 12 by 12 pages. One of them was the scene strips, and then one of them was just one of the other patterns. So I had 2 sheets of the scene strips, and so I decided to use those. And these, I love how these came out as well. I mean, they worked perfectly with Alicia's sketch. So I'm not going to go into a ton of details on these, just flash through these because I love them and don't mind looking at them yet again. Just, I don't know, something about this collection, just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I made those 16 cards, and then the next project I did were some scrapbook pages, and I made these for the Smash Our Stash collaboration and was trying to use up enamel dots. So there are enamel dots and brads on some of these pages, and did a couple different layouts using the patterns, and then I used a couple of the stickers on them, but not a ton because I was going for more of a baking theme, and there weren't a ton of baking themed stickers in the collection. This was one of the cut apart pieces. I was able to use that. And then I did use some of the border strip stickers on these. So, and I just wanted to point out, is anybody else old enough to remember the Tupperware Mini Mix-It set? They broke out my old set that I used when I was a kid. I used to make cakes and cookies in my Easy Bake oven using this little set whenever I was little. So broke it out for the girls and let them make some goodies, and we actually used the toaster oven. It fit perfectly for the toaster oven. Anyway, back to present. I did another round of pages for a pumpkin patch, and so I was able to use more stickers this time because there were a lot of pumpkin themed stickers. I used the pumpkin and the fall, some of the fall themed stickers, and then I tried to bring in some of the trucks where I could. Again, I did use some of the enamel dots that I had left, tried to pepper some of those in. So those are the layouts that I did for me and my girls. And then next, I also shared these in my Smash Our Stash videos because I used buttons, which was another small round embellishment. And I wanted to do something that I wanted to use these for something that people could enjoy like in the fall. And so I finally settled on utensil holders for like Thanksgiving. And I tried to find a tutorial that would work for me for what I wanted, but I wanted to get more than 1 or 2 from each paper. I wanted to make several. And so I came up with my own design, and it only uses a 6x6 piece. So I was able to get 4 utensil holders from each 12x12 sheet that I used. So I will try to do a tutorial on that coming up, but for the Smash Our Stash, it was just a project share because I was using the buttons. So because this paper is double-sided, I wanted to showcase both sides, and so I just folded this corner back here so you could enjoy both patterns. But I love this like kind of minty turquoisey green background with a picture of flowers. I love that. It was one of my favorite patterns. So I had some of those, and then this other pattern was my favorite pattern was the florals right here. I didn't so much care for the other side, but I loved that floral side. And then I had one piece big enough from the truck, one of the truck patterns that I made one. But basically I just took the 6x6, folded it, glued it, and then wrapped some twine around it with my button to add, and added a Thanksgiving themed sticker to each one. Something about being blissful, thankful, or blessed, or giving thanks. Sometimes I guess we're blissful if we're blessing others, right? Then there was a sunflower cut apart. And if you know me, you know sunflowers are my favorite flower. And so this was a cut apart, and there was another cut apart that I liked as well. And I decorate with sunflowers like in August. So now I'm transitioning into fall because sunflowers tend to come in central Indiana, like sometimes late July, but usually late July, beginning of August, and then mine will normally last through September, depending, because they just keep blooming. So I decided to make myself a little transitional piece, a reversible decoration that I can use now through fall. And I just took the cut apart, and I was looking through some of our scrap wood pieces, and I actually found one that was the perfect size. I mean, literally the perfect size. I think I trimmed just a little bit off of my cut apart, but not much. And I just took it and painted it brown. It was one of the Waverly chalk paints in brown. Can't remember what it's called, but I just painted it brown and then used Mod Podge to attach the cut apart on both sides, and then sealed it with some polyacrylic. So this is just a little decor piece I can put anywhere on my tier tray, or I can use it anywhere. I have sunflowers all over right now. So there was that. And then the last set of projects I made were cards using some of the scraps. I had a ton of the branding strips at the bottom and just some other thin scraps left. And I just realized that I did this one totally upside down. But so I just took this, you've seen me make the strip cards before in process videos, but basically you just take whatever size you want for your card mat, and then I just put ATG over like pretty much the whole front of it, and then just lay my strips across. You can do different variations of your strips, you can leave spaces, it's up to you, but I was just laying it. And this is, for some reason, it's very satisfying for me to make these, so. But you can tell, like, a couple of my patterns are now upside down. But then I just pulled in a couple other scraps I had, used a sticker as a sentiment. So this one is right side up. And I just used another sticker as a centerpiece there. And then I was trying to use some of the cool cut aparts. Like, I loved the scarecrow. And I didn't want to take a whole lot away from the scarecrow. So I just backed him. This is another one of those strip cards. Backed it with, I think it's the backside of the scarecrow or the cut apart paper. I didn't necessarily care for that particular cut apart. And then just added a simple fall greetings. Same to this one, the leaves, a different kind of leaves. Just, I did add a little strip up here and a strip down here, and then some of that truck pattern in the background. This is another one that I did wrong orientation. It should have gone like this based on the truck that I had, but I ended up putting it like that. Just now noticed that. But was just trying to use up some scraps and stickers. This was a cut apart that I wasn't even really sure where to add a sentiment because I didn't want to cover it. I liked the colors and kind of the wavy lines of, you know, when the leaves turn, the zones that it's showing you. If you're a gardener too, you know, like the cool zones that they show you for the United States for growing seasons. And then this one I loved, didn't really want to cover much of, so I just added my greetings, my fall greetings down here that I fussy cut around, and I did add a couple small leaf stickers there. Just used cut apart and some scraps. scraps and the sticker. And then this was another cut apart that I didn't really want to cover. So I just let the scene speak for itself. Didn't even really add, I didn't add anything to it other than my sentiment. This one was a cut apart and I just added a few leaf stickers to use those up. And then this one I didn't add anything to it. Just kind of, it did it all on its own. I didn't think it needed anything. So 12 cards from scraps and some of the leftover cut aparts. And I do have a few things left, but I'm okay with that because I have another fall pad that I'm working on using, and I don't have, it was like a Michael's pad, so it didn't have stickers. I had 2 cut aparts that I saved. This one because I wanted to use it in a garden journal that I want to do sometime soon, and I liked how it had the different types of gourds, squash on there, so I thought that would fit in a garden journal. And this one, I couldn't use it on my scrapbook pages here, but I really liked it, so I'm going to save it and use that. I can use that. We do the pumpkin patch every year, so that would be perfect for including on another pumpkin patch layout. And then I had these stickers, and I tried to use up, I think I used all but one of the stickers that had that blue in it, because the pad that I'm working on next has the same colors, except for it doesn't have that blue. So the rest of them, these will work really well, I think, with that pad and give me some additional embellishments to use. So this was probably one of the quickest, probably the quickest I've used up a collection. It went really fast because it was gorgeous and I just loved using it. I had a lot of fun. So I got, 28 cards, the 6 layouts, a little decor piece, and then 9 of the utensil holders as well. So that's how I use this collection. Hope it gave you guys some ideas. Carta Bella, this collection was just absolutely beautiful, and if I ever see it again, it is on Amazon. I'm tempted to buy it again. I will link it below if you like it, but I don't know, like it's one of those that I'm afraid if I buy it again, I'm just going to hoard it. So anyway, I will link this collection for you below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for your time today and hope you all have a very crafty day.